Hello everyone, welcome to another pen rambling. So in this episode we're going to talk about different kinds of pen. So today we are going to see glass pen, dip pen, semi-flex fountain pen, as well as comparing it to a normal fountain pen. Alright, so these type of pen are usually not being used often because it is not really like fountain pen available. But there are people who do arts. They like to use glass pen or dip pen. Okay. So the one that I have in front of you here is glass pen by Jarvon. There are also lots of other glass pen, but I'm not so sure about their quality because I only own one of this baby and it's very precious to me. And then I have my dip pen. I'm going to show you a variation of dip pen holder that I have in my collection. I don't have a big collection because I'm only doing this as a part of stress relieving activity because it does take you slowly, which I'll insert a clip later on about me using this dip pen as well as the glass pen. Okay, this fountain pen you already seen me feature it quite a number of times in this channel. Okay, it's my Pilot Custom 74 in medium nib. And lastly is my one and only semi-flex fountain pen by Noodless, which you've seen it before in one or two of my videos. Alright, so it's a semi-flex. It's not a very flex tip. Even though it's semi-flex, this one is quite hard as well, which I'll let you see the comparison in a while. Alright, let's talk about glass pen. So as the name suggests, glass pen are made out of glass, okay, and there is usually grooves at the end towards the tip, okay, at the end towards the tip, so that the inks will flow down this channel. So because glass pen is made with many channels, many grooves, so while you are writing, you need to rotate it so that the ink flows from the other side also flows down. It's a work of gravity. Another good thing about glass pen is that on the tip, okay, if I can show it, okay, the tip of this glass pen, if you don't like it very fine, you can use sandpaper to smooth it, or okay, you can use, or you have broken tip and you still want to use it regardless of it being broader, you can use sandpaper to smooth it. Suggestion on this packaging that I bought, which I think I already throw it away, it says that to use 600 grit sandpaper. I'm the person who dare not to much mistake, so I do it at 800, which can be a bit slower, but at least I know that it won't be a very step up if I do a major mistake. I know it is not like a very major mistake, but I want it at the point where it is not too fine, but it is good writing. And other than the tip, you can also, if you don't like it, like it is a little bit more sharper and it's digging into the paper, what you can do is you use a sandpaper to smooth it out as well. So I'm gonna insert a clip to show some of my writing sample with this glass pen. Okay, every glass pen there is their own pattern. I have not yet used the China made in China type of glass pen. I'm not so sure if I want to invest in one either. But if you do have one, those that are not from the branded like Jawbone, and you have used the one that's made in China, the cheaper one, comments down below so that I can see your review. The next pen that we're going to see is a dip pen. Okay, a dip pen comes in various sizes, and usually the nib itself is changeable. Now the nib itself is changeable because of a few things. Let me show you another two of my other dip pen. This one is the straight one, and this one is the straight holder. Because how do you know it is a straight holder? On this part of the pen, okay, on this part of the pen there is no other groove for the part for this one. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so this one have a part where you can put the 45-degree angle thingy, which I'm not so sure what it's called, and this one doesn't have. Okay, so let me get this one for you. Okay, so you see that the circle, the inner circle part, is for you to put the nib in so that you can write it straight away like this, or you can use this 45-degree thingy, which I hope I did not insert wrongly. Okay, and then you put your nib here. I'm gonna do it like this. And then you insert so it becomes a 45-degree angle instead of a straight one. There are people who are using straight, there are people who are using the 45-degree one. Now these two, if I'm not mistaken, they are made from plastic. Now this is a very obvious plastic, and this one is, I think it's plastic too. Now this one is made out of walnut or ebony. I'm not so sure about the wood, but it is made out of a wood. Okay, and this one holds much better for me, and you will notice that, okay, any dip pen, they will have a fatter side here and a slimmer here, so that it will rest like this. So you will hold it at a proper angle. So the fatter here, the fatter area here, it is to accommodate the width along here, and it goes down slimmer again so that it can rest at the back of your hand. So that's usually how you hold a dip pen. That's usually, but it doesn't mean that it has to be. Okay, now my hand is a smaller one, so there are many different sizes. Like this one is a very shorter one compared to like this. Can you see the difference in length? Now I like the shorter one because it gives me a bit more balance, which is becoming my favorite. I don't have other type of material dip pen holder, since like I said, I don't use it very often. Okay, and then the nib is removable and exchangeable because there is no tipping. Okay, you cannot see any tipping at all, comparing it to a fountain pen. Hang on. All right, so a fountain pen, they have a tipping at the end, which I hope it will focus. Okay, so is it focusing? Okay, so you can see the tipping at the end comparing to this removable nib. So nib are usually coming, you can buy it in a very pack, for example like this. Okay, there's a pack where there's many variation of tip that you can use and try, or if you're very specific, you already know what nib and tip you like to use, you can use it like this. It will come in a box like this. So this is a browse, I forgot what's the name of this tip already. Okay, so those are the dip pen. Now the semi-flex, it usually comes in a form of fountain pen, a little bit different from dip pen, because if it's in a fountain pen, it usually have this nib, this section, okay, your feed, where the inks will flow and there is no need for you to dip it in. Okay, so I'm going to show you a clip where I use this dip pen if you want to see, but I'm going to fast forward it anyway. So this one will be a normal fountain pen. You can write it with a normal pressure, okay, and then you can write it with a little bit more pressure, what gives you this type of writing. Now this one is because I did not like my B and I have to practice it. Okay, so these are the different type of different type of pen that I have in my collection. And usually if I want to do some fancy, some fancy writing that I'm unable to do with my normal fountain pen, I will use the dip pen with a flexible nib. Okay, so you can see it is flexible. Now if I only want to test some writing, okay, some ink, I'll usually use a glass pen for me to test the ink, but it is not the same experience as you would with a fountain pen, because fountain pen, they have this feed, okay, that flows the ink and allows you to write and let you feel whether the ink is dry, wet, enough slipped or something like that. Okay, so glass pen allows you to write with the ink, and because glass pen glides along the paper, you don't have to worry whether the ink is like dryish, okay, or is it glittery. In the end of the day, you're going to wash this anyway. Okay, try not to let the ink dry on the glass or it will stain the glass. Not all the ink, but some of the ink. Okay, so this is my sharing for today's session. So I hope you like this pen rambling, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye bye.